is voting day in Georgia, and if you can, I would highly suggest getting out to vote if you're a Georgia resident and you didn't already early vote. It's just a local, y'all, but remember, right now the locals make up the big ones. And if we let the Republicans have all the local offices, well, what do you expect them to do? Of course they're going to keep taking more power. And I looked, admittedly hoping that I would not have to do my civic duty, as I'm about to have to hike roughly about 10 miles today, after hiking 14 miles yesterday. But, I mean, there are Democrats on the ballot, and while I doubt Georgia Democrats are going to do very much, they can't do anything if we don't give them the chance. And Georgia Republicans are only going to hurt us. So, doing what I got to do. I really wish that, we had a robust infrastructure system, or that we had a Georgia version of Ron Mondani here, claiming to make bus travel free and affordable and fast, to make it easier for people to be able to get places, because, for the record, y'all, the reason that I'm so exhausted today is I took a 14-mile hike yesterday just to go to the library. And normally, back in the olden times, before they made voting such a pain in the goddamn ass, back in the day, the Civic Center was just our voting location. But then the Trump administration came into play, and that shit started to get shifted up. And yeah, I hear you. Well, they can't change that much. I agree. It's just the fact that now we have so many different voting locations and polling locations. Heck, y'all, if I hadn't checked, I would have been going to the library, because all the signage in town points out, hey, come vote at the library today. Civic Center, for the record, is just right next door to the library. But it's like, no. That's one voting poll location, and if you're scheduled to go there, definitely go there. But what you're going to have to do is go on the Georgia.gov website and check to see where your polling location is. Because instead of walking down the sidewalks in Cartersville, Maine, I'm going to be taking a very risky walk down U Harley Road, then taking an equally risky walk, well, less risky, but down the highways and byways, the back trails and the foot trails and bike trails that are the Riverwalk Trail. And then I'll be getting off the Riverwalk Trail to walk roughly, I want to say it's 2 to 3 miles down basically the highway. Because there's no other way to, that's my polling place, y'all. That's where I got to go. Is it risky? You betcha. I might die. Again, think of how many drunk Georgians there are driving the highways and byways. I very well could die doing this civic duty that I have to do. But I know that if I don't vote, if we don't do what we gotta do, nothing is ever gonna change, y'all. This is the hard work I talk about. I mean, on the bright side, at least it isn't so outrageous as to be like, oh, we're open from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. No. I have until 7 p.m. to get out there and get back. Well, get out there. Getting back I can take as long as I want, because tomorrow, y'all, pending, real shit coming up that prevents me from it, tomorrow my whole plan is going to be wake up, clean up the house again, hopefully do a better deep clean than the last 2 days, because I've been having to run into town every day. But do a good deep clean on the house like I've been neglecting doing, and then we're going to be streaming most of the day. Because tomorrow I am taking a day off, and I'm not going to feel a bit fucking bad about it after how many days it's been, long trails, hard work, and there's a dog getting into the trash. Give me just a second. Let me just pop that. There we go. Everything's secure. Yep, be right back, y'all. I gotta go pick up the trash for these assholes. Spread it. Stay out of the trash can. Stay out of it, Oblivion. Yes, you, with the cute, innocent look. Assholes. Love you. Oh, my body. The lactic acid be real, y'all. I mean, really, all that's about it. I do have a bit of a rambling spoiler alert review for the comic book Stray Dogs. It was a good book, y'all. You should check it out if you get the chance. It was at our local library, the Cartersville Library. My Facebook page, as soon as the Zucky site stops zucking it up, we're going to go ahead and upload the rambling review to the public side. Otherwise, if you're on Facebook, feel free to shoot me a friend's request and you'll get to see all the private chats and thoughts firsthand. But I posted a non-spoiler review on Facebook. As soon as I'm able, we'll be putting that up onto the public rather than just the friend side. And basically the comic book is done in the artistic style of All Dogs Go to Heaven. That style of like animation for humans and dogs alike. But it's got a very interesting, like, the first opening scene is Lady and her dog, Sophie, going to the vet. And the dog is super anxious because it's the vet and she's unhappy about it. And the vet goes into talking about how dogs don't think like we do. They don't hate people, and they won't really remember this because it's all short-term memory for them. Well, it's all long-term memory for them with little short-term memory. It's why if you're training a dog, it's very important to keep with the technique you're using, because if you keep switching up your techniques, dog is just going to confuse the poor animal. They do good with routine. But it goes into that, and then the next scene is Sophie going to this house full of stray dogs. And yeah, it was a real quick head turn, because when I took a few minutes on those comic panels. Wait a minute. This one it's a lady, and this one it's a pair of black pants, but the lady's wearing blue pants. What happened? I took way too long on this page. Wait, what happened? Is this bad animation? No, y'all. Trick is a serial killer adopted Sophie by killing her owner. The thing is, we don't know this at first. Sophie just gets dropped in front of all the strays. She's acting very nervous and confused, and all the other strays are just sniffing her and all that. And she gets the introduction to the group. And it's a big group of diverse dogs. They're rounded out characters, but it's like sort of like how the Seven Dwarves are rounded out characters. You end up with Gigi and Gucci, who are both high-end. One is a Shih Tzu-looking hybrid dog. The other one is a poodle. So it's like they've got personalities, but you know, it was very much you have so many dogs, you can't. This isn't like an anime or a manga where you've got a good, in-depth, long-running, flushed out. This is one book. But you get introduced to all the dog characters, and you get the stereotypes. And they're good, like I said. You got the one stray that's her best friend, who basically introduces her to the group. And then at one point, as she finds a place to hide, and the dude's like, "Here, I found this for you." And they all go to bed, the guy, and this is the first time we see what happened, gives Sophie a scarf. And Sophie immediately, after sniffing the scarf, remembers both that she had a human, and remembers that her human got murdered by this dude. And that's where the investigation begins. Like I said, it's very much Silence of the Lambs meets, in my opinion, Oliver Twist from Disney, but they compared it to All Dogs Go to Heaven. And it does, like, it's a sort of rambling sort of story. It's still good, but it centers on the dogs, and a lot of it's just the niche that they hammer, that they beat you over the head with the fact that these dogs basically have no sense of short-term memory. Because the main thing that Sophie's worried about throughout most of the book is, but if I don't carry the scarf, if I don't keep up with my human, I'll forget her again. And if I already can't remember what she sounds like. If I forget her much more, she just won't exist anymore at all. Heartbreaking when you think that her human is already dead. But later, the Dalmatian sniffs one, and, well, the Dalmatian finds I want to say he finds his owner's actual body. But the dude basically has bodies buried under the house's crawl space. The Dalmatian finds it and tries to basically call 911. This is where I personally think the story gets a little weird and fucky because, yeah, serial killers do weird shit for weird things, but does the serial killer understand the dogs? Because basically the Dalmatian uses his ancient boomer telephone to knock the phone off the hook and then hit the 911 emergency. Because, spoiler alert, the Dalmatian was once a fire station dog. But the serial killer stalked the fire station woman who worked there, waited until she had a night alone, and then while she was there with the rescue dog the Dalmatian saved from a house fire, dude broke in and basically murdered her and stole the Dalmatian puppy. Well, the Dalmatian realizes, oh wait, I was an emergency 911 dog, so I can call 911. And it's sorta almost a, what's that kid show called? Rescue Pets thing for a hot second. And it's again, spoiler alert, very sad. Serial killer kills the Dalmatian, skins him. Sophie finds his body in the punishment shed after the dude had punished the other stray for basically making a mess and getting Sophie out of a hot spot. But either way, again, rambling review, check out the comic. But basically, each of the strays has a backstory, a family, and at least 2 or 3 of them remember their families, and they start to actively, well, how are we going to get out? By the end of it, the serial killer gets killed by one of the massive dogs, and the people, basically the police come in. Fun fact, and almost like a world building, doesn't really happen, but damn would it be nice. The police arrive, and the cop dog's like, oh, hey, y'all, what's up? Is everything okay? Are y'all okay? And all the dogs immediately start going off with bodies in the basement, bodies under the crawl space. They killed, I'm going to say Doug. The Dalmatian's name was not Doug. But they killed Doug. The fuckers killed Doug. And the cop dog's like, whoa, now, wait a minute. What's going on? Bodies where? And then the dog leads the cops to the bodies in the crawl space, and then we cut to a very sweet scene where basically the 2 strays meet again in the park, and Sophie looks at the one and goes, hey, do I know you? You seem familiar. And he's like, yeah, I remember you too from something. And then the owners start talking about how they're both rescues, and it sort of ties back to the beginning. It's very lovely. But, like I said, check it out. It's at the Cartersville Library. Well, it will be. I have it. I'm going to be returning it soon. I was going to do it today, but then, shock and awe, oh no, my voting center isn't in that area right now. If I had gone for early voting, that would be my spot, but because George is weird, now I have to go roughly 10 miles in the opposite direction of that. And all I'm thinking to myself, y'all, is, I mean, it's doable because I'm a 37-year-old guy that's fairly fit, but what if I was 60? But what if I was one of these older heads that don't really, like, I'm not a rich landowner who can just sit on my ass all day, I gotta work. What about those guys? Are their votes, well, those guys and gals, are their votes getting counted? Are they getting a fair shake of this whole freedom thing? I don't know. I think voting should be a lot easier, considering it could be a lot easier. Oh, Shifu, honey. He just raked his claws right across my leg where the freaking... Come here, you little pain-causing shithead. I love you. Up, here we go. There you go. He didn't mean it, y'all, and honestly, my legs wouldn't be quite so rough if our city maintained anything well. But from where the city basically forces all the landowners to keep the grass on the edge of the road maintained, well, can you guess that doesn't really happen? And so occasionally when you hike like I do all over the fucking place, you end up with these weird little Their newest name is red pill bugs. And that seems fitting because they're these nasty little parasitic bastards that burrow in. They take up a lot of space on berry bushes and things like that, and you almost can't see them. I mean, they're really small critters. And they're little red bugs. But they pile up, and when they get on you, they'll burrow into your skin, and it itches like fucking crazy. They lay eggs, they eat on you for a while, and then they leave. Or if you're good, like I try to do when I can, you put some clear nail polish over and it smothers the bastards out. Then you clean it out and you're good to go. Best take would be having a city that actually maintains its roadways in a good way. Then you wouldn't have deer ticks, red pill bugs as they're called, or, and I'm going to say it once and only once because I don't want to say it wrong, chiggers. C-H-I-G-E-R. Chigger. Is what they were called when I was a kid. Can you see why we renamed them? Can you see why we renamed them? But yeah. I had a lot of them into my right leg, unfortunately, and I got rid of them, and I cleaned the wound, and it's good to go, but they did manage to do some damage. It's unpleasant, and when Shifu jumped up to get up on the couch, unbeknownst to him, he raked his little crescent moon claws right over it. Thankfully, my blue jeans protected my poor marred flesh. Unfortunately, still was abrasive and painful. Either way, y'all. Sun's starting to come up just a little bit. Like I said, I got till 7 p.m. to get out there and vote, and I do plan on getting out there to vote no matter what. I'm just going to let the frost kick off a little so I'm not having to hike with quite so much gear on. I don't mind being the heavy, I want to be full metal hiker, but, you know, not doing that far as a bit yet. But yeah, y'all, just if you're in Georgia and you can do it, I beseech you, please get out there and vote. Please, we have to get these Republican bastards out of office so that we can have a better future. I mean, hell, y'all, you miss Snap? You want Snap? Boy, howdy, Snap would be nice, wouldn't it? You know what'll get Snap? Getting rid of the Republicans that don't want to fund it. Getting rid of the limp ones that won't fight against the fascist takeover of our country because they are fine with it. You want to fight it, y'all? This is literally the bare minimum. This is the least you can do is what I'm doing today. I'm just apologetic that our state makes it so difficult to do. Just saying, y'all, if we were a proper society in Thailand, a place that we frequently make fun of here in the U.S. for some unbeknownst reason to me, when they do polling, they'll move the polling places to the other side of mountain ranges. They go all out to make sure every citizen, when they do a vote, gets a vote. Meanwhile, in the land of the free, bitch, you better be ready to hike. Knees and elbows, knees and elbows. We earn our freedom, he says ironically. Like I said, y'all, it's bad, but it ain't gonna get no better if we don't fight and change it ourselves. And this is literally the least aggressive, most peaceful way we can do something. And again, if I had looked on the ballot and, oh, there are no Democrats, fuck it, I'm sitting this one out. Yeah, totally, because, yeah, there are policies. There's a tax on specifically homestead property and school tax exemption. There's also a tax on something else that's getting covered in this bill, well, in this voting block. It's a not very popular one, y'all. It's not like, ooh, get out here, we got it. No, it's not going to make a big difference. But if we get more Democrats in office, maybe, just maybe, they'll do more than this limp shit they've been doing to fight the fascism. Because again, y'all, you want to know why food stamps might come back next month? Because a federal judge said, hey, there are over $3 million left sitting around for this specifically. Spend it on this specifically. And that's as far as it went, because, you know, shaking your finger really hard at this administration tends to make them get in line, right? They're not, like, openly breaking the law and murdering well, using the military to murder not Argentinians, we're bailing them out. Who's the U.S. currently murdering? Caribbean seas? But we're just straight up... It's not Argentinians, we're doing their bailout. I'm trying to pull on who it is we're murdering down in the Gulf at the moment. The Trump administration keeps calling them drug dealers, but they're actually just fishing boats, and you know, since when has America had a problem murdering innocent people? I mean, hasn't that been what every war we've ever participated in's been about? Murdering innocent people for money? I guess World War II we did a good thing. Came in on the backswing of it and pretended like we were the sole discerning factor of it. Way to go, America. But why do we keep referencing World War II if we've done anything worth doing after that? Because we clearly didn't stomp out fascism. Hell, the rat line worked out really well for them, didn't it? That's it. I'm just saying, y'all, we got to get out and vote. We got to do our part, and I'm putting my metaphorical money where my mouth is because we're making the walk, y'all. We're doing what's got to be done. Not because we want to, not because it's fun, but because it's our civic duty. It's the least we can do. But check out strays at your local library. Fund your local library for feeling generous. And if you can, volunteer or donate at your local food bank. Y'all, you don't got to do a lot to donate it or to volunteer at a food bank. Some of it, a lot of it, can just be simply making sure there's not expired food in the pantry. And they do desperately need your help, y'all. Everything you look at right now could use your help. Because understand, if it isn't getting Republicans off the pedophile islands to spend their billions with their bestest friends, they're not going to fund it. So like I said, y'all, act accordingly, work together, and help out in any way you can, where you can. But we're going to go until at least my legs stop hurting, and then we're going to go outside and make them hurt all anew, eh? Either way. Y'all be good. I will try to do a live stream on the walk there and back, at least from the parks that I'm taking through. Because I want y'all to see the park that I keep labeling the Hunger Games of the old people. Because remember, when I show you this park path that I'm going to try to record, it's right next to the elementary school and the old folks home, y'all. There's no, like... It's not like a well-maintained park path through a wood. No, it's just open air. Just open field. They grow soybeans there some of the time. I'm guessing they've had an unpleasant harvest. Cotton some of the rest of the time. Maybe that one went better. Who knows? But yeah. Let's all work together to make it a bit better, eh? Today I'm gonna hike 10 to 14 miles. And I'm gonna try real hard not to die. Again, it's probably gonna be a very short live that I'm gonna do because I'm gonna have to preserve battery life as much as possible. The upside, though, it's gonna be mostly just back fucking woods walking, so it'll be fairly quiet, pleasant. Until we get to the highway portion. It's going to be a downright pleasant walk, I suppose, maybe. I also need to find and utilize my walking stick. I might just go ahead and break out the old one. Either way, though. I'm about to sign off here, though, y'all. Y'all be good. We're going to keep building. I'm just going to be going quiet on the mic. And remember, if you're in Georgia, yeah, it's a not very important election, but it is still an election. There are still Democrats on the ballot. Please get out and vote. Please get these white supremacist, racist pieces of Republican shit out of office and get us some representatives that won't be so bad. Also, if the Democrat in your area is wearing or sporting a Nazi tattoo, I wouldn't call that a Democrat, friend. That's a liberal at best. But alright, y'all. Be good. Love y'all. We're going to do at least one live stream from the road walking. And bye for now. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. We are back. We are back. Alright, y'all. I think we're gonna load up for tonight. Maybe. Yeah, see, the plan here basically for me at the moment is shite. We're gonna have a problem, that's what we're gonna have. Okay, we're gonna dig through our stuff here, organize a little bit, and then we're about to, there we go. Okay.
And also, that's not a genocide. And also, is still bad. Those can all be true.
Awesome.
But ultimately, the GOP is currently drumbeating about going after Nigeria over a thing that they can't really do anything.
When we come back, we'll do some more mining through here and working this bit out through here better. Just because it should be more, I don't know, fun. This is, I think I'm going to label these more as grind sessions, just because I do realize that's what it feels like. But when we come back, we'll do a bit more grinding to the base, so to speak, I suppose. Or well, let's be honest, because Football Quiz is currently, he made the suggestion, and I will. Y'all, I honor any suggestion. If it's free on the PlayStation Network, so long as I got it, I'll give it a try. I just need to know what direction y'all want me to go in for trying stuff. I'm not very good with JORPGs or MMORPGs. For that, I would suggest checking out Sukun or Suk on here. He's a friend, and he's very good at the JORPGs, especially the ones that are like stupidly hard difficult. He uses a laptop. I think if I had a laptop, I'd do more turn-based stuff. But, well, if I had a laptop for that. But, as I was saying, any more suggestions, we'll try out something different. Otherwise, when we come back, we're going to do one round of Ghosts of Tsushima? I don't remember, y'all. I don't remember the title. It's on the console. We're going to try it. So far, we haven't been able to get through one level without the game's video glitching out. But we will try at least once to get through it. Hopefully without the video glitching to hell on me. And if that works out, great. If it doesn't, we will probably come back and do a bit more mining on here. Hopefully getting some more paneling put in up top, widening out the entryway here, and building on the outside with some of our vines and bricks. But either way, we should have fun with it, and thank you to all the new followers. I have seen that popping up. I really appreciate anyone who enjoys my content. Admittedly, yes, I'm a little bit of a political streamer. Mostly I'm just cataloging? I'm just documenting my gameplay because one day, you know, I'll die, dark as that is. And when that happens, I would like to leave something behind. And I figure what is more innocent and fun and sweet than just a big-ass Minecraft world. God, I hope Minecraft doesn't do anything unspeakable in the next few millennia. Who knows? Either way, y'all. I do this for me, I also do it for y'all. So if there's any game that I have in my collection, or that y'all can suggest from the PlayStation collection, I'll give it a try and I'll document it on here. Honestly, since tomorrow's going to be dedicated mostly to gaming, we will probably go ahead and try to start doing some videos of the Ghost game. Because I'm figuring if I video record it, it'll work. Again, I don't know, y'all. I want to play it because Football Quiz asked very nicely, and I appreciate nice requests. And honestly, nobody else has suggested a different game other than Minecraft and that, so we're going to keep doing. When we get back from voting, we will probably do this, the Ghost game, or possibly a Spider-Man run. I am enjoying Spider-Man. I'm just not very good at it, if y'all can't tell. But y'all, be good, and we might try Dead Island 2 again. I kind of feel like I need to play Dead Island 1, but I don't know if that's a thing or not. Maybe I'll see that as I walk in to vote. Like I said, after vote gets achieved, I'll be doing a video. Maybe I'll do a video reviewing the park as I walk through it, because Osborne was one of, not Osborne. I'll give you the name of the park when I get in there. I think it's Sam Smith. Either way, I've been wanting to do a rambling review of the park anyway. Y'all be good, stay warm. If you're in Georgia, I do hope you follow my example and go vote. Alright, be good, y'all. Love you. Take care. Eat your vegetables, drink your water, all that shit. Bye, y'all.